What's up, guys? How you guys doing today? First of all, before we start this off, I want to say sorry to the fans for sitting here and watching this embarrassing display that me and the team put on. This is not us. And we went through this last season. The fact that we're going through it again this season, it's freaking embarrassing. I just told these guys in there before I came out here to talk to you guys. This is a start to an fucking embarrassing season. This is really embarrassing. I'm embarrassed. I don't know what the hell the other coaches are feeling, but I'm feeling pretty upset, and things are going to change after I walk out of this freaking room today. Um, because this is just ridiculous. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Uh, I thought I had a good offensive coaching behind me, and we made some scores here and there. We made some pretty good scores. Uh, 62 to 21. Of course, we had some touchdowns. Unlike last week, we didn't have any touchdowns last week. So the fact that we come in here 62 to 21, it says something. It says something about the touchdowns that we're having, but that's not enough. In my eyes, that's not enough. And the fans' eyes and your guys' eyes, that's not enough. Winning games is what's taking it, and we're already 0-5 with the season, and that's embarrassing. No, you would think that a team would start off like 2-3, 3-0, maybe 2-1. You would think that, and especially in week 5, you would think maybe like 3-2 would be one, maybe 2-3, maybe 1-4 even. You would think that you would have something to do, with this right now. You would think that we would be able to get out here and actually win a game and say something to our name, and we can't. Unfortunately, we're 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 deep in the freaking water here when it comes to what's going on in the field, and I don't know what's going on between Matt Ryan's ears or Cooper's ears or 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 or, or any of the other guys' ears on offense, especially on our defensive side. Today was just it was hard stopping the run. And that can be hard occasionally when you have a guy in the backfield who can bust through your defense walls like nothing, and it's really hard in that position to stop it. But that's not an excuse. That's something that I know for a fact that is a problem, and uh, we came into the game today hoping and looking for a way to break this losing streak, and it just hasn't been working. Uh, we got Cooper in the wide receiver position, and every time we throw to him is our interception, incompletion. He can't catch the damn ball. So we're gonna work with him and Matt. We're gonna try and work with them too because I'm getting sick and tired of Matt Ryan. Uh, this is just ridiculous. Interceptions like crazy. This makes his 9 interceptions in 2 games. So things are gonna have to change. This is just ridiculous. We're not going back into the same season like we were last season. This is not what we're going to do this season. It's not. This is really not what we're going to do this season. So the fact that we're coming in here and we're at home, even worse enough, we're at home and we're losing 62 to 21, or we're losing like 56 to like 0. It's freaking embarrassing. It's embarrassing to the point where it's just I don't know what to do at this point. I know what we can do, and that is makes some changes. So after I walk out of this room today, there's going to be some changes being made. That's coaching, that's players, everything's changing to get some wins because we need some wins in this damn freaking organization. And the fact that we have no wins right now, this is week 5, and we have no wins, and we came in here thinking we were going to do something. and it's 62-21. Oh hell yeah, we're gonna make some changes. So we're gonna come back fighting next week. Um, once we make the changes, and we're gonna work with it. There's just some things that we can work with, and then there's some things that we can't work with. Um, and losing is one of the things that we can't work with. We went through that last season. We lost a whole season last season, and the fact that we lost a whole season last season is really pissing me off. Uh, we're coming here this season. We're thinking, ah, we can do something. On paper, we look like we can do something, but we do this. Embarrassing games like this. This is embarrassing. Uh, I don't know what else to say here. But embarrassing show on our end. I told the guys we need to say sorry to the fans and to you guys, so we're going to say sorry. Uh, I'm going to be the first one to say I'm sorry. I made some questionable plays here and there, but there's some things that when you look at it, it's like a hit or a miss. But the fact that we were able to just go in here and you know we look like we could have been a tight game today. It looked like we could have been a tight game today. But when your defense is getting its walls blown up, and you know its offense is looking like crap in the second quarter, and it just keeps going on and on and on and on, it's ridiculous. So some things are going to be changing after I walk out of this room today. Uh, After I walk out of this room today, we're talking about coaching first. So I'll let you guys know what the first coaching thing is right now. Uh, as of right now, our offensive coordinator is he's done. He's fired. That's on my end. The organization said that this would be his last game if he didn't win. Oh, he didn't win today. So this is his last game. Our offensive coordinator is done. Um, it's just over. I don't know what to tell you, but the fact that we've been able to score some touchdowns say something, right? It says we're able to do something. But the fact that we're able to score some touchdowns and still lose a game 62-21, that says even more. So he's done for a day. He's not even done for a day. He's done for a season. Um, we're going to move on to a better and bigger or offensive coordinator, and we're going to start find some things to do there because we can't. There's something we can't do. So sorry, Kitchens, but you're out. Next thing we're going to worry about is getting connection with the wide receiver core and the quarterbacking. Matt Ryan cannot complete a pass to Cooper, so I think it's just right that he can, at least get some more connections with Cooper. The fact that we're in this game and Cooper and every intended pass to Cooper is either incomplete or intercepted or just it's at the moment where it's just like I don't know what to do there. So what we're going to do is we're going to make Cooper and Matt Ryan best friends. I'm going to put those two in the freaking Texas chokehold and let them go and go at it and be best friends at it. They're going to get there in the end to a point where it's going to be it's going to be like twins. They're going to be at each other's hip every single time they walk on that field. This is just ridiculous. Um, I do have some good things to say. Even though we didn't get any rushing yards in, Devontae tried his best. Uh, Devontae did try his best today. He actually did try and get through holes, and there was a lot of yards there. He made the game a lot easier. I have to say when it came to running the ball, and to be honest, he's been making the game a lot easier. He's actually reached his goal of 1,000 yards, uh, over 1,000 yards this season. So the fact that he actually did that, the fact that we're actually able to do that this season is something cool, and it's really good. So we're looking at a good season with the running game, and we're going to keep continuing that from here on now. Um, Other than that, we're going to wow, wow. It's just something that I can't think of. This is ridiculous, ridiculous. Before I go, I'll take any questions. So if you guys have any questions, I'm always there to open them. I'll answer them. All right. If you guys don't have any questions, I'll let it go for like more a minute. You have any questions answered? Are we trading anybody? That is a very good question. As at this moment, we're gonna be looking at some things that we could do to trade people. Um, I'm not quite sure. Uh, there's some people on my list that might be traded. There are some people on my list that won't be traded, and there are some people on my list that might just be cut from this team. Obviously, there might be some people that we might just release and just pick up from free agency if we can. But as far as trades go, I do have a few ideas of who I might trade and who is tradable. Um, I know that there's rumors going around that, well, not even rumors, it's true. That there's a lot of talk about Tack and uh and Jones going around the trades. On my end, they're not people I want to trade. They're not people I want to trade on my end because, for obvious reasons, I got one of the best middle linebackers in the league right now, and I got one of the best sacks and tacklers up front in my line. And to be honest with you, when it comes to the line on defense, I really don't have that much people on my line on defense except for Tack. Um, and when it comes to the middle linebacker position, I I do have someone else in that position that we could use as a backup, but I would kind of like to look for someone else in return if it does contain to Jones. So if a trade were to go out to Jones, that would be something that the team and I really have to think about really hard. We have to talk to them about that, and then we need to get somebody that in return is equal to him or as good as him in that position, um, or in the you know outside linebacker positions. We would need somebody as good as him in those three positions to even consider getting someone or even trade him. So there's a lot to consider here. Like I said, I have some people on my list that I would like to trade. But as far as those two are concerned, uh, Tack is a no, and Jones, who he is a no, but a possible maybe if the trade is good enough. So if the trade looks good enough to me, if it looks good enough to me and the team, and if it actually makes sense, then we will actually go with that trade for Jones, and we'll talk to him first, and then we'll go with the trade. But um, we'll do something about that trade if it's good enough. If it looks good to me, if it looks good to him, if it looks good to the team, we'll do it. But other than that, he is a no. There are players that I might be trading, yes, but as of right now, no. Uh, I hope we could trade Matt Ryan. There's a lot there that I wish that we could trade because that's Matt is not the guy for me. He's not the guy for me. We had some good, you know, we had some good games like the first two seasons, and then it all went downhill last season, and now it's going back downhill this season. So if anyone has a replacement for Matt Ryan and who would like to take his over reduced cap, um, please let me know. We will be happy to make a trade for him. But other than that, uh, the rumors of Jones and Tack right now, they are Tack is a no, and Jones is a no, but at a possibility, if the trade looks good enough to me and the team and him, we will accept it and we will make that trade happen. But other than that, yeah. Any other questions? Give it a few more minutes. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming out. I promise you that next week will be a better game than what we are today. This is embarrassing, and I'm sorry to the fans for actually having to come out and pay all their money to go and see an embarrassing game like this. But this is what's going to happen. There's going to be some changes being made because this is not going to happen. The first change I'm going to make today after I walk out of this room is going to the offensive coordinator and telling him to pack up his shit and leave. Um, but other than that, this is embarrassing. We're going to work it out. We're going to try and get our next win next week. Um, Not even the next, our first win next week. We're going to try and get our first win next week, and we're gonna just play our hearts out there. We come out here every week and play our hearts out. The team does it, I do it. I coach my heart out every day when I come out here, and the team play their hearts out every day when they get on that field. But there's just so much we can do when you're like there are some plays that work, and I said this before. There are some plays that work, and then there are some plays that don't work. But when mostly all your plays are readable and predictable and just downright they either work or don't work, and they don't work in very crucial points of the game, then you have to sit down and evaluate yourself. And once you evaluate yourself, it doesn't work the first time, and if it doesn't work the second time, if it doesn't work the third time, it's time for you to go. So it's it's hard for me to say that because in the beginning of the season I was so hyped, I was so pumped about this new offense coordinator. I was like, all right, we got a good offense coordinator, we got a good team. On paper, we look good. We're going to go to the wild card position maybe. We might even be less than that, but who knows? If we get some wins in here, we'll be good. I was all hyping up this team to be something that it wasn't, and that it wasn't last season, and now we're back into this season. And I hyped up this team to be something that wasn't last season, and the fact that I hyped up this team for that, and we're back into last season mode, no, no, we can't do that. So it's over. It's over. Um, we're changing offense coordinators starting this week. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say here, guys. Thank you guys for coming out, and we'll see you guys next week. All right, thank you.